Beep, 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 beep. More news, you approved, Jester, usual, right? What have I got here? Just when you think it's not possible to sink any lower as a society, society actually comes along and pokes you in the eye and goes, no, we can go lower. Come with us on our path of self-destruction. Now, those of you who are regular reviewers of the Jesters channel and my wobblings and wibblings will know that I'm not a fan of queer performativity. I see everybody everywhere raging on about drag queens. Stop talking about it. It's not got nothing to do with drag queen. Nothing. Just call it what it is. Queer performativity. It's a huge difference. It's a separate category thing. It's queer performativity. And lo and behold, I've been saying this for as long as I can remember. Don't confuse queer performativity with drag. Drag is entertainment for adults, done by adults who understand it's entertainment for adults. Anything else is queer performativity. That includes teaching in schools or reading in schools or wandering up and down the street looking like a twat. Right? One's a job, the other's a political ideology. One's a job, the other's a drag, dentist, doctor, nurse. It's a job, okay? That's not what this stuff is. This stuff is queer performativity, and it's time to start calling it what it is. In the UK, certainly. The US may be slightly different. And you just think it can't get any better. Here we go, folks. We now have one of the greatest things that we've ever had, and it's something that obviously we as a country have been missing. Have actually not had, and therefore we are lesser as a people because of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to introduce from the Jester channel today, Rose Bruford College, and their new application is now open for its queer performance master's degree. A master's degree in queer performance. That may involve shitting on a handle of a car. Or covering yourself in piss, right? Who knows what it'll be? So, it's a remote course as well. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do it? Well, are they going to be on Teams? And they'll all be there, when they start. And the makeup's crap of theirs all over the show. Is that what it's going to be? Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to our session today. And there's just like 8 sort of untrained drag queens with hair askew and lipstick everywhere and too much mascara. Or would it just be blue-haired people who want to do queer performativity? Either way, it's funny. Who are these idiots? Right, so a remote course in queer performance, the links are in the Dubris, that teaches students how to be a drag queen has been branded a Mickey Mouse degree by critics. Really? Can you imagine putting that on your CV? Don't do it, kids! Oh, it's painful, right? Rosa Bruford College, which counts Gary Oldman, great actor, and Tom Baker, Doctor Who, as its alumni, has opened applications for a queer performance master's degree, which is due to start in September. Yeah, defund it. Let's not do this. Queer theatre, cabaret, and drag are included in interdisciplinary performance practice. They're going to do physics through the medium of queer performance. Can you imagine? What are we doing today? We're looking at the Higgs boson while dressed in Laura Ashley with a wig. And today in geography, we're going to be talking about the peninsulas of the world, and it will be presented by R.C. Wipe, who's a drag queen from the local pub. Really? Come on. The degree will examine how performance art, drag, theatre, street performance and cabaret has played a central role in the development of trans, lesbian, bisexual and gay lives, according to the Rose Bruford website. They're so full of crap. Queer performativity has got nothing to do with being gay or lesbian. End of story. One of the course leaders is Professor Stephen Farrier, whom the school referred to as an acclaimed scholar of drag. Well, if you studied the history of it, then you might well be, if you're being observational and looking at it as a cultural phenomenon. Most of the 15-month course is taught remotely, apart from 4 short residencies, meaning they will also have to pay out for travel and accommodation. It costs £11,000 for graduates in the UK, rising to £18,000 for international students, and critics are worried that it will leave young people with limited employment opportunities and high levels of unpayable student loan, leaving the taxpayer to foot the bill. Yes, it will. They know it will. They know. That's not a bug, it's a feature. So John Hayes, head of the Common Sense group of MPs, said, Danny Rue, Paul Grady and my particular favourite Barry Humphries didn't need a degree to know how to dress and perform. So as a woman, perform as a woman. They weren't women, but so I would advise anyone thinking of doing so to watch filmed evidence on how well they did, rather than wasting money on a degree. Others believe that becoming a drag queen is a viable career after the success of programmes like RuPaul's Drag Race, although some performers have to work extra jobs to top up their income. Look, RuPaul's Drag Race is not RuPaul's Drag Race, it's RuPaul's Queer Performativity. Right? Queer Performativity. It's got nothing to do with us. It's American in flavour and tone. It's nonsense. And feel free, if you think being a queer performance artist is going to have any longevity, you're living in a cloud cuckoo land, because we're going to end it. Everybody in the country will know by the time we finish what a load of cobblers is. And if you put that on your CV, you will never be employed. Not even as much to say as, do you want fries with that? That's my particular reckoning. No? David Kahn, who has appeared in numerous television programmes, has said about this. If you're being trained to do a particular style of work, which will go out of fashion, as it always does in a short period of time, then you're going to be spending a lot of time out of work. It then goes on to discuss the loans giving to students. 20 billion every year. We need to get a handle on this. We need to get a handle on it. It's time that, we defunded the humanities. Let's give them a bashing. See if they'll sort themselves out. According to the job website, this is interesting, at Zuna, the average salary 5 years after graduating from Rose Bruford is 22 grand a year. Although it stressed this was based on a small data sample. The average five-year salary was 25. There's money to be made from drag, right? I can tell you now, there's not. I can tell you now that I know drag queens who've been on the circuit for 25, 30 years who do brilliantly, but are based and grounded in reality and very much this kind of humour, gritty English humour. And they struggle to keep going, and they're some of the best in the business. Once you get, a drag queen on every corner, which is essentially what we've got, or a queer performer on every corner, I should say, then it will undo the whole damn thing. The university said every applicant will be considered equally on their suitability for the course and their interest in queer performance methodologies as an area of practice. Well, from what we've seen of queer performance methodologies, it's just covering yourself in piss, isn't it? That's what I've seen so far. Queer performance is a research-led course that combines training and interdisciplinary performance practice. Remember I told you about that Wazak who said we're coming to queer STEM? That's what this is. They're teaching them to use the template. Being paid for by the public money to undo the establishments and the society in which they live. No, I say. No, good people. And I ask you to resoundingly agree with me. No. Go away with your nonsense. How are we going to stop them? How are we going to stop the young people from going, oh, what a great idea? It's not a great idea. All right? Look at the market. Look what's needed. Okay, so I'll see you later. I just thought that was quite, an interesting one, isn't it? Well, the things that come up. Bye.